Hey, hey. Welcome to the show. I'm John Hollis. You're listening to Rockers in Recovery, and you're watching us on Rockers in Recovery TV. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and hanging out with us. We got a great show in store. We have, of course, Liberty DeVito. That's going to be with us here in a couple of minutes. And we also have Christine Ullman following up, Lib. And we're looking for a great time had by all. You know, there's some good stuff going on, coming up here pretty quickly. We have Recovery Month that's going to be happening. And, of course, that's some stuff that's going to be taking place here in Broward County and, of course, across the country. It is Recovery Month. And Rockers in Recovery will be up in Rhode Island on the 15th, in Providence on September 15th, and we're going to be doing a unplugged set with Richie, Ricky, and Chasm. We are also going to be playing a little show out at the Bellagio with Richie, Ricky, and Chasm. And it's all unplugged sets. Unplugged sets with Rockers in Recovery are pretty cool because what we do is we go into different treatment programs and we hang out and, Richie or Ricky or Chasm, whoever it may be, tells their story. And then what they do is they play a 6 or 7 song set acoustically and really get to be able to carry their message of hope that way. Rockers in Recovery Unplugged can be found at rockersinrecovery.org. You can find out more information about that. Rockers in Recovery is also having a festival. It's November 2nd through the 4th, and that's 2012 right down here in South Florida at C.B. Smith Park. And we're looking forward to everybody coming out and hanging out with us. You know, the Rockers in Recovery Festival is basically, what it comes down to is a recovery palooza, a sober Woodstock. It's going to be a blast had by all. We got 20 plus bands. Plus, we have the Rockers in Recovery Band. The Rockers in Recovery Band, if you're not aware of who the Rockers in Recovery Band is, it is Liberty DeVito, Christine Ullman. We also have Ricky Byrd from Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. We also have Richie Supa from famed Aerosmith and a writer for many, many people. We also have Mark Stein from the Vanilla Fudge on keyboards, Chasm Sultan on bass. We have some special guests that are going to be hanging out with us at this particular event in November. We have some special guests that will be announced prior to the event, but we also have Ronnie Fischenfeld, and she's going to be hanging out with us. We're looking forward to having her there. And Woody Giesman from the famed Del Fuegos, and Woody's going to be hanging out too. Again, 20 plus bands. It's a camp out. You can actually call CB Smith Park for more information to get involved with the camp out. You can reach them at 954-357-5170, and that's CB Smith Park. I want to thank, of course, Treatment Solutions Network, Miami Subs and Grill. They are the main sponsors. Plus, we just had an added sponsor, and that is the Hard Rock Casino. The Seminole Hard Rock Casino has just come aboard also as a sponsor. Broward County Sheriff's Department, South Florida Attorney, First Step Sober House, and of course anybody that I might have missed, anybody, I apologize, but that's the list I have so far. And most importantly, you can buy tickets. You can buy tickets at 954-826-4920. You can also go to rockersinrecovery.org and buy them there online. You have a $20 ticket for the day. And that $20 ticket can be used any day, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. You want to buy 3 of them, you buy 3 of them and come all, through the whole 3 days. But it's $20 to go. Listen, I don't know about you, but, $20 used to last me about 3 minutes in the local crack den. So for me to be able to go and hang out and have fun for $20 in a safe environment all day long on our own little island that is 5 acres, that's part of the C.B. Smith Park. It's an open-air amphitheater, and, of course, we'll have everything there, everything from people that are coming to do pulled pork sandwiches to vendors of all types of recovery items. It's going to be a fun time had by all. We're looking forward to a great time. I also want to take this time to say hello to my buddy Danny K. Danny K is a brand new grandpa, and just his son and his daughter-in-law just had their first baby. Congratulations to Danny and his family. We want to right now go to, of course, our friend Liberty DeVito. And Lib, are you with us?
I'm here.
Look at you. Look at you in the flesh.
I'm here. Look at me. Can you see me?
Can you see me now? Listen, you look great. How's the weather up there in New York? Are you enjoying the weather?
It sucks, man. It's really overcast, and it's just like, ready to rain.
Well, listen, we're really glad that you had, the time to be able to spend with us, a little bit here tonight. And it's going to be you and Christine. I was honored to be able to come up and do some video of the Slim Kings. And tell us a little bit about the Slim Kings. Tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, the Slim Kings is a group. I've been working with this guy, Michael Sackler Burner. He's a singer-songwriter, young guy, 28 years old. And the way we started was he asked me to play on some of his demos. I said, cool, yeah. So he has a friend, Henry plays guitar. And he said, Henry's coming out from San Francisco. Let's sit down, try to write some stuff and see what happens. So I said, what do you want to start a band? And he said, yeah, kind of. And I said, well, we'll get a bass player. We got Kevin Jenkins to play bass. And the next thing you know, the Slim Kings were born.
Beautiful stuff. And I'll tell you what, we were able to spend some time in Soho with Liberty and the band and shoot some video. And what we're going to do real quick is we're going to go to Colombian Money, which is something that was actually recorded live. And we're going to go to that, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit more about the Slim Kings and other things that the Slim Kings are doing, and, of course, the festival that's coming up. We'll be back right after this video.
How long I've been on? Next song is called Colombian Money. I left yesterday, but I'm still here. My head's finally come down. I'm ready to be sincere. I've given up the ghosts. I'm done getting high. I've given up the drugs. It's all just rain from the sky. As Colombian money. I struggled in the past to moderate myself, but this time I swear I'll leave trouble time shelf. I'm no more to a flame. I'm no bee to the honey. about me and money.
All right. Of course, the Slim Kings recorded live in Soho. What a night it was. We all had a blast. And, of course, you get to do these things in recovery. It was myself, Lori, and Danny Kaye, and there was a bunch of us hanging out. It was really, really incredible, and we had just a fun time. Ricky Byrd came out, and Muddy Shoes was there, and we had Christine, even the Beehive Queen. I think she sang a number, too. I think we got that also videotaped. It was a fun time had by all. And you know something? That's part of recovery for me, is to be able to go to different shows, go to different events, go hang out with people, enjoy yourselves. And you know something? You get to go home and remember it all. There was a long time ago that I went to a show, I didn't remember nothing. They were telling me what I did. So the good news is that we get to have fun today in recovery. We get to listen to music. We get to hear the importance in that feeling that music gives us. And you know something? I'm sure, Lib, when you sit down and you start to produce something today, it's totally different than what it was like when you were using.
Oh, it was so different. It's like in the old days, we used to come in. Sometimes I'd be heading towards the studio, getting ready to leave the house, and I'd get a phone call and say, forget it, don't come in today. Somebody's over the top from last night, or they just can't get up today, or, it's been canceled. So many times that has happened. And this way, it's so great to go in, hear things clearly, remember what you did the day before. It's just wonderful. I want to mention that we had Billy J. Kramer come out that night when you were there too.
Yeah, that's right, Billy J. Kramer. Yep.
Billy doesn't really go out often because of that reason. Like, he doesn't like to be around people that are drunk or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I was really grateful that he came out along with the rest of you. It was fantastic.
And it was really great to meet because, Billy J. Kramer, by the way, give a little backline on Billy J. Kramer.
Oh, Billy J, man. Billy was signed to Brian Epstein at the same time as the Beatles was signed. And the Beatles wrote his first 4 singles. Billy J actually did Do You Want to Know a Secret? And I Call Your Name before the Beatles recorded them. And then Bad to Me, which was written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, was his first bad hit. And then big hit, and then they did "I'll Be on My Way" is another song that the Beatles wrote for him. So he was very close with them in the early days.
Well, in the Rockers in Recovery magazine coming out in the September issue, there's a full article on Billy J. Kramer, and of course interviewed by Liberty DeVito. So Lib gets to give us a little bit more insight into the Rockers in Recovery magazine and Billy J. Kramer, what's going on with Billy J. too, because he's doing some stuff too. He's actually recording, and you're in with that too, right?
Yeah. He's actually recording now. He's writing songs. After all these years, he picked up a guitar, and all of a sudden he's writing these songs. He wrote a song called "From Liverpool with Love," which is just beautiful. It's instead of writing a book about himself, he's writing songs about himself and what it was like. Fantastic.
It's incredible when you get right down to the underlying feelings and emotions and different things that you've experienced, and then you get to put them into words like that. I looked at the a couple of the videos that we had shot when we were up there, and you can see that even yourself, when you look at you always got a smile on your face. You're always happy. You're plugged into life today, and you're enjoying it, and you can see that. That's a good thing, man.
Yeah. And with Billy J, to see him writing songs now about his past, and admitting that he's shocked that he survived and made it this far. The man's been 25 years sober now, And I mean, he used to drop 100 pounds on the bar and not just leave it there, get so smashed, walk out and forget that he had money on the bar, that kind of thing,
And 100 pounds, for those who are listening, that's English money. Not 100 pounds of reefer.
Yeah, he didn't lose fat at the
So listen, Rockers in Recovery Music Fest is right around the corner. Lib's going to be playing drums, as he always does, for the Rockers in Recovery band. And I got to tell you, folks, that I've been honored to watch Lib come and be a part of Rockers in Recovery and become part of the Rockers in Recovery family, man, because that's what it really is it's like a family, and we all get to hang out and enjoy each other's company, but most importantly, really get to be able to carry a message. Last time Lib was here, he was able to speak to about 180 people in recovery, and it was so refreshing for me to be able to see Lib do that and to be able to help the people that he helped that day.
Yeah, that was a great thing that we did when we went to that meeting. It was like I said, this whole thing about Rockers in Recovery. When I look around, you're on stage and you're looking out at the people, and you remember what it was like being in a bar and people thinking they're tough, real tough guys and stuff like that, and slamming drinks and stuff like that. When I look out at the people at the Rockers in Recovery audience, and I see the really tough people, the really strong people, the people that said, "Hey, man, I need help. I've gone too far. I need help," and that takes strength to me. That's powerful. That really moved me.
And I'm glad that you noticed that, because what I have noticed more so than anything is the camaraderie and the spirit of love. It's intense. You start to put all of those folks together, and the music and the spirit that moves you guys as you musicians then filters right into the audience, and you can see the whole thing. You can actually reach out and touch the spirit of it all. It's incredible stuff, man. It really is.
Yeah, that's what Billy had mentioned. Billy J. Kramer had mentioned that in the interview that I did, that he felt alone in the beginning. You really feel alone, and then to see, like you said, the camaraderie that happens at the Rockers in Recovery show is amazing. I mean, there's people out there that are just like me, just like you, and it's great to see. It's really a great thing that you put together.
Well, it's more I got to tell you that I don't believe that without the whole we, the universe drops people into our lives, especially exactly when they're supposed to be dropped into our lives. And when you start to, put all of that collectively together, it wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for all of us. Richie Soup, I got to tell you, the other thing is Richie's been working his butt off down here, just like you guys have worked up there for Rockers in Recovery, and Ricky Bird and Chasm and Christine. A lot of people have put a lot of energy into this, and kudos to the Rockers in Recovery band, because you guys really make Rockers in Recovery the live sense of it what it is today.
Well, it's playing music, and for people who appreciate great music and giving them the chance to actually rock out, in an environment where they feel comfortable and feel welcome as we feel welcome. It's a great thing.
This is going to take place November 2nd through the 4th. It's going to be at C.B. Smith Park, and of course that's 900 North Flamingo Road in Pembroke Pines, Florida. It's inside a 299-acre park is a 5-acre island. And on this 5-acre island, it's called the Concert Green. They have a actual fixed stage, and it's an open-air amphitheater, and it's going to be really, really incredible. You can also, if you choose to, you can also hang out and camp out, or you can come per day and hang out with us. Rockersinrecovery.org is where you can find more information on that, or you can call 954-826-4920. Also, I want to just add to this, without the help of places like Treatment Solutions Network and Jim Bevel, who is the main sponsor of the event, along with the Hard Rock Casino, who just came aboard with us last week, which was amazing, and also Miami Subs and Grill. They're the three main sponsors of this. We also have, other event sponsors that are working with us and that are making this possible. But, there's 20 bands, Lib. You got the Serpentines, Elizabeth Edwards, the Douglas Hirsch Group, Jimmy Stowe and the Stowaways. You have Thrown Alive, Blackfinger, the Chillbillies, Selfish Steam. You got Patty B, Keep Coming Back Band, Johnny B and the Road Dogs. It goes on and on and on and on and on. And the good news is, folks, is that we get to pick Liberty up at the boat on Saturday morning because he's going to be hanging out. He's going to be out at sea. So we're hoping that, Lib gets to make it back and no pirates actually take over the ship.
Fantastic.
Hey, listen, you're doing something with Ronnie Spector on that trip. Is that correct?
Yes, I've never been on a cruise before, so this should be a real treat. Last night we were talking about it. Most of the band hasn't been on a cruise, and we're talking about who's going to get the thing in their ears, who's going to get the bracelets, who's going to take Dramamine. It's like, I think I'm going to be over the rail on most of the trip, Then I get back, land in Fort Lauderdale, get in the car, and come over to you. I can't wait.
You'll be playing that night at 7 o'clock.
That's right. That's right.
Well, we'll make sure that the Dramamine is worn off. We'll get you over to the Hody. You can take a nap. I think you're going to need a nap after that.
Yeah, that'll be nice. I plan on napping a lot on the boat.
Well, again, you got the Slim Kings. Lots of great work happening there. You have, of course, what you're doing, writing now, some things here and there for Rockers in Recovery. What else are you doing that you'd like to let people know and where they can find what you're doing?
I do. Well, Billy J. Kramer does a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. Camp Jam is a thing where we take kids and put them into bands, because a kid plays an instrument, he practices in his bedroom, but he really has to be in a band to do things, to play live. And we put them in bands. It's a week-long camp, but Camp Jam just signed with the Palace Hotels, and their Palace Hotels is branding the Hard Rock name now. Mm-hmm. And so we do the all-inclusive hotels in Cancun and in the Dominican Republic, and that's been a great thing. And the money that we raise when we do the final concert at the end of the week in these places goes to the charity I love is Little Kids Rock, which is it puts instruments in the hands of kids in underprivileged areas and underprivileged schools and stuff like that. It's really fantastic.
Do you and let's talk a little bit more about that. Little Kids that Rock. Give us a little bit more of how that all started, because I understand you're one of the directors. You're an honorary director of that.
Yeah, Little Kids Rock was started by a gentleman named Dave Wish. He was a school teacher out in California, and he saw the kids just hanging out in the hallways. So he said, I'll give you guitar lessons if you promise to come every once a week at least. So he started out with 20 kids, and he now has like 85,000 kids in the United States in the different chapters of Little Kids Rock around the country. And it's been an amazing thing. He gets guitar companies to contribute guitars, drums, keyboards, and all kinds of things like that. And the kids, when you walk in there, I go in there sometimes, and Sabian Cymbals will give me some stuff to give out to the kids, and they just light up. So, and if a kid takes guitar, he plays for a year and takes lessons and sticks with it. He gets to keep the guitar. So it's a fantastic thing. They write songs. It's beautiful.
And that's littleKidRocks.org is where you can find that.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. And again, we're working on the new .org site for Rockers in Recovery, and that is going to be one of the organizations that you can find on the website. We're updating that daily, so check back at rockersinrecovery.org. You can find it there. But for right now, go to littlekidsrock.org and help out with some donations. Or, hey, do you guys take do they take people that don't use their instruments anymore? If they want to be able to donate them, can you do something like that?
Yeah. I ran into a woman last night after I played with Ronnie Spector, and she said that her son, she had a birthday party for her son or a bar mitzvah or something like that, and the centerpiece was a snare drum with a cymbal attached to it. And after the party, she donated all that equipment to Little Kids Rock.
Oh, that's cool, man. You know,
Yeah.
so Lib, you're a dynamite human being. You are filled with love. The sincerity that comes out of you for your missions, whatever you know, when you dive into something, you know, you really put your all into it, and for that, it's all because, and I believe this, it's all because we're clean and sober today, and we
Yeah,
get to
well-
do these things.
Well, you know, John, I was hooked when you first told me, when we were sitting in the Iridium in New York City, and you first told me about Rockers in Recovery. But then when I met your wife, Lori, it was all over for me. Anytime you want me to come down, I'm there.
She's sitting right here in the room, brother. She's sitting right here, man. You got a big smile on her face. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, that makes my life a lot nicer tonight, Lib. She's smiling. I am so happy that you're on with me tonight. I'm going to thank you for being a part of Rockers in Recovery, of course, RIR TV tonight. We're going to bring you back, when we get closer to the event. But most importantly, if you have things that come up, me and Lib have been talking about maybe throwing together a show and talking about the history of rock and roll with the Beatles all the way through.
Yeah.
And more will be revealed on that. So we're going to put something together and make that happen at least a couple of times a month if you're into it, Lib.
It'd be great. Yeah.
Sounds
That'd
great.
be great.
Listen, man, we want to thank you for being on for sure.
Well, thank you. And make sure Chris is there to roadie for me, okay?
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
All right, man.
Much love, man. We'll be talking to you soon. All right,
Okay,
guys.
take care.
Yeah, man.
Bye.
See ya. And that's our friend Liberty DeVito from New York City. He's hanging out with us, and we want to thank everybody for tuning in to the first half of the show. We got, of course, Christine Allman hanging out here in the wings, and she'll be on with us here momentarily. I want to have everybody hang out and listen to the message that's coming up. Because of this message, we get to be able to carry a message to you, and we're going to have a word from our sponsor, Treatment Solutions.
Treatment Solutions was really designed so that there would be a place that people could go and everybody could get help.
Being able to call one person and have them start to map out a plan of action is incredible. There are many things that you won't understand in life, or the name of something won't make sense to you. How does it describe what you do? Treatment Solutions. We're providing solutions to treatment issues. What was so impressive to me about Treatment Solutions was that when I needed the services, I picked up the phone, called the number, and got the CEO of the company. That amazed me. And being able to have a point of contact, have a person that I could call all the way through the process was very comforting to me.
We have brought together the finest treatment centers in the country so that when you call us, we have the right solution for you.
The majority of the people that work for Treatment Solutions have come from a union background.
I was a Teamster for many years. I drove a tri-axle dump truck on the Big Dig in Boston.
I've been a Teamster, I've been a firefighter. I've paid union dues for 40 years.
When the Chrysler guys got laid off, how they showed up on the scene and were there to provide services both to the membership and the EAPs was just, I just couldn't believe how willing they were to do that without being paid for it.
We just believe in organized labor. We believe in people that care about each other. Our motivation is you and what's best for you and how do we get you where you really need to be.